Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's After Dark Beers. This is officially episode 29. I want to welcome in my panel. We have Alex, the Beer Master.
What's up, everybody?
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, right there.
Get my glass.
Beer Man.
Hello.
And myself, Bumpy Road. Cheers to the chat as well. We got Stoneyard Vineyards in here. We have Mary and the Butch, Drunken One, Finru, Commerce Aussie. Cheers. Welcome, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and jump right into this. It looks like Alex is going to be going first tonight. So go ahead and showcase what you're bringing.
Well, hoping that the legendary
That's
Bumpy.
a big can.
I'm hoping legendary Bumpy will be trying this beer as well soon, because he's already been to the brewery before it opened. So this is the Dr. Brew Little that me and Bumpy went to a year ago before it opened. It is something honeydew. I think that says honeydew. Honeydew.
List
At 6.7.
No, 6%.
6%. So I've already had this before. It was like a dark beer. I think it's, but then I thought it was supposed to be a porter. I said, I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right. Because if it's not a porter, I'm not gonna be happy because it's supposed to be a dark beer and not, light beers. We'll find out.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
I'm gonna be really irritated if that's not the case. Okay. I'm afraid this is going to explode because I know how these crowers are.
I'm scared for you.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It smells like a porter, so that's good. That's good because that's what you want. Oh, nice pour, because these crowers do have a tendency to make a mess. So that's a good sign. All right, well, that's what it looks like. And this is the official Dr. Brew Little glass, like I do when I have my Pipe Dream beers. You drink the Pipe Dream beer in the Pipe Dream glass. So
Nice.
So that's what it looks like.
All right.
It's just
definitely dark.
It's yellow. It's a porter, but it doesn't say porter unless it says porter on here. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, but they say porter, and that's what this is. So I'm looking forward to trying it and smelling it and tasting it, and that's that. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. Welcome to join.
All right.
That's a big one, Ozzy. That's a big one. All right. Yeah. So I also have the proper glassware this evening on the gang. So tonight I got a new product from them. This is their Rye Barrel Vanilla Stout, aged in New Riff Rye Barrels. This is a limited release. It's an imperial stout with vanilla aged on rye whiskey barrels. This one comes in at 9.5%. Best by 7/21/23. So it's got some time. God, I wish I could find my regular church key. I don't know where I put that thing.
Andrew, I bet you it's near the refrigerator. The church key. Who knows?
Oh,
Just
stay
checking.
in there. Don't do it.
Oh, that's an Alex Beermaster pour.
That looks good.
Well, 2.5 fingers. This looks pretty sturdy, light and fluffy. It's got almost like a soapy appearance to it. It's pretty dark, but still, I mean, it's opaque from here, but there's some nice ruby hues at the bottom. From what I can see here, it's pretty effervescent. So I've only had one of these, and I was kind of inebriated when I had it, so it'll be good to take another look at it.
Nice. Thank you, Miscellaneous.
Looks good. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Bumpy, for letting me on your beautiful show. This is Liquid Gravity Brewing Company out of San Luis Obispo, California. I think that's Southern California-ish area. 6.9%. It's a coffee porter. It's got coffee beans everywhere. Nice 6.9. It's pretty strong for a porter. So, yeah, let's pour it.
Shall we?
Gloop, gloop. Goodness. I'm going to pour the
Let
whole
the beans
thing in
out.
a huge glass. Yeah, I think they all came out. This is a 2-finger head here. We have a nice bubbly surface with a pretty kind of like an oily, foamy head. Tan for sure. Khaki. Dark brown, can't see through it. And medium rising bubble. Good smell. Oh, yeah, that's definitely coffee. Coffee infused. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Well, thank you, Beer Man. Cheers. All right.
Wow, quick. Right to the bump.
What I am bringing is from Southern Tier Brewing Company out of some places in New York.
Oh, pumpkin beer.
Lakewood, New York. This is Warlock Imperial Pumpkin Stout. Comes in at 8.6% ABV. So grab this instead of grabbing Pumpkin.
Probably tastes better too, I bet.
It's basically pumpkin mixed with a stout for the most part.
How did you know? Did you look it up? Investigate Legendary Bumpy?
Been around for quite a few years. So yeah, had some time. Fairly tight, kind of a khaki colored head to this one. The beer itself has a lot of like caramel, light brown showing through down here when held up to light. So I'm going to say that it is a deeper brown color for the beer itself. And yeah, we'll get into the aromas and the flavors when it comes back around. So let's get back to Alex and check out his brew little.
Well, hoping Legendary Bumpy will be trying this very soon as well. We'll figure that out in due time. And all the other beers as well, because he hasn't tried any of them. He just been to the brewery before it opened. Which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. All right, so nice and dark. It has nice frothy head a little bit, has died down. Now it just has a little slick in the middle. That's what you want. Smells like a porter. Smell that little roastiness chocolate, whatever it is, And unfortunately, I got to drink this whole thing because once you open it, you got to drink it. But you know how these things are. It's only 2 or 3 cans, and based off of 2, 3, or 4 cans in this can anyway, in this big can. So it's not that bad.
32 ounces or 36 ounces. Yeah.
Pop you a speed hole in there and get to drinking.
Yeah, so smells good. Let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers.
Actually, it says honey list, so basically honey-do list. What? Honey-do list, that means
A honey-do list is something your girlfriend or your wife leaves you to do when she's gone.
That's what I was thinking. I knew that's
Sure, we've all encountered one at some point or another.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking in my head. Honey-do list. So somebody must have a girlfriend or a wife at the place, or one of the owners. Who knows? So taste, and also it could mean there's honey in it too. I don't know.
Yeah. Sure.
It does have a little sweetness to it, a little roastiness to it, a little dryness to it. Very, very smooth on the mouthfeel. Very light, like a little bit of watery, but good. This would be a good stout or good porter for uh, on the patio if it's nice out, cool, maybe even warm out, maybe somewhat. But then I'm not so sure because it's 6%, so maybe not. I don't know. You just have to base it on how you're feeling that. But it's definitely a good beer to drink on the patio on a cool night. Keep you warm and toasty.
Nice.
Yeah, that is really tasty. That's very good. So I'll give a rating and stuff like that.
What brewery was that again?
Certainly, I'll give it a shot for you. Here, it is
Kind of missed it.
Dr. Brew Little in, I could say it, Maple Shade, New Jersey. How would it?
Oh, nice. Oh, honeydew. Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right.
And it's a Dr. Brew Little, and like I said, I'm hoping to have the legendary Bumpy here again. Have him come to the brewery since it wasn't open at the time. Because after Bumpy left, the craziness happened. So I mean, it has nothing to do with him, but I'm just saying, right after that week. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Having legendary Bumpy try this and many more beers. I will tell you this, Bumpy. I believe when I went with Rod J Beer Ventures, we tried some beers, and then they actually gave us some samples of beers that weren't even available yet, and but they were available. But they were available the next day, though.
Exclusive sneak peek.
Very secretive.
So, one of them was like a coffee IPA or some sort. I'll have to take a look. It kind of tastes exactly like coffee. Kind of had like a burnt taste to it. It was good. It had that sweetness to it, but it was good. But I could tell you all about that and stuff like that maybe next time around. I think I'm
Okay.
oh,
All right. And this is just so Burley can stop harassing me. I'm gonna, well, we're not going to do that. We're going to bring up, how do I do this? Like this. Warlock Imperial Stout. Warlock is brewed to enhance your palate on its own and also to counterpoint our Imperial Ale Pumpkin. All right. So to me, counterpointing it means that it was possibly used in the making of Warlock to bring out different
Smoke and roasted barbecue.
All right. So there.
So Bumpy,
Thank you, Alex.
so
Yeah.
Bumpy, are you saying that's the spin-off off of the original Pumpkin King?
I believe it's like the pumpkin recipe, and then they counterpoint it with like adding like a stout formulation to it.
But do you like that one? Well, actually, I'm not going to ask you. We'll find out when it's on your turn. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Miscellaneous.
All right, so I got a little more info on this on Untappd. They have a little more info, but it's a little conflicting because on Untappd it says that this is 10.5%, but it's a limited release that just came out. It's clearly not. It states it on the back. I can't get it in there. 9.5%. But I will give you the malt base. This might not be correct because, like I said, there's conflicting info. 2-row pay malt, Special B, malted rye, Simpson's chocolate, Munich 20, roasted barley, Cara 20, and midnight wheat. 26 IBUs is what they said. Don't quote me on that because some of this information could be wrong because the ABV's not on. So, all right, yeah, threw up some threw up some lace there. So on the nose on this, vanilla is definitely jumping out. There's very mild chocolate. You get a light spice, that rise in there from that barrel. Very harmonious, in sync, smells balanced. 9.5%. Not, I wouldn't say it's boozy. It's a little more on the sweet side on the nose. Like I said, that vanilla chocolate, that slight rye spice comes through. It's quite pleasant. Yeah, let's drink it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Hey. Oh, why am I doing it like this still?
I don't know, Legendary. Bumpy.
All right, so
I'm next to you, Bumpy. Remember?
all right, so the body on this, I do remember this from when I had it the last time. The body on this beer is quite light. It's very loose in the mouth. Light bodied. This one, it's got about, like, I'd say a low leaning towards medium side on the carbonation. It's kind of lifty for what it is, for a rye barrel aged stout. Vanilla comes through great. It's not overwhelming. There's a slight sweetness. You get chocolate, not cloying whatsoever. Finishes a little dry. Casky notes. Get that oaky rye spice on the finish. Definitely has some good, like I said, balance between that chocolate and vanilla. Rice spice, just a nice touch. Other than the fact that this is pretty light bodied beer, and it's not too boozy. This is really good if you want to get into that imperial barrel age without going balls to the wall. It's at 11%, 12%, even higher than that. I think this would be a great way to get your toes wet in drinking some of these barrel aged beers. If you're not looking for a super high ABV, you're not looking for that alcohol, you don't want any heat on the chest, anything like that, I think this is an absolutely perfect beer. Very well balanced. So, pretty good. Not too shabby.
What'd you get it again, Andrew?
Would I buy this again?
Yes.
I'll tell you this. It was a little spendy. I think it was around the price of their Super Creek that they just put out, which was, I'm not going to say exactly. It was over $15 for a 4-pack.
So basically $18 to $20 then probably.
Around that ballpark, yep. Hit it right on the head, Alex. Is it good? Yes. Maybe they could come down on the price a little bit, but this would be. I think this is good enough. I would send it in a beer mail. Like I said, it's nice and light. You want to have something dark with some barrel age to it, not too hefty. Not going to put you out for the night. Be like, oh, so heavy. This is a good way to go.
Nice.
So,
All right.
Cheers.
Sweet. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So that was Amagang?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I need to do a high five.
I never
Oh,
had
my
their,
gang.
I went blurry.
I never had their beer
Oh
yet,
yeah, you said.
but I think I
You got it. You're already non-blurry.
Okay, good. All right, so this is pretty coffee forward for sure. I'm getting a strong burst of it through the can. It smells like the roasted, like really nice roasted, like specialty malts and stuff. It's just that real nice roasted when you're milling it, and you get that like flour going up in your nose, and you smell all those roasted things. And you get that bready kind of thing going on, but it's very coffee forward. In the glass, it's not so much. It kind of all like spread and went away because this glass is so freaking huge. But you definitely get the coffee. You get some dark chocolates. Yeah, kind of a dry feeling in the nose when you smell it. There's a dryness for sure. There's definitely robust, bready, brown bread kind of thing, or brown crust, or even like kind of a burnt caramel or something like that, or even pushing into like the level of molasses, but not quite there. Just kind of like a burnt thing. Coffee. Let's drink this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well, that's a good porter, man. Uh, I'm getting kind of a. I do get kind of. I know this is going to sound off to you guys, off-putting, but I did get an initial like mop water kind of taste off to the side. But then I think it's the initial. I don't know. Maybe it's off my glass or something, but could be the soap from the laundry or from the laundry from the dishwasher. Um, but no, nice roasty coffee is like the first thing. Very smooth mouthfeel. Body 6.9. It's a medium body. It's kind of got a dry, kind of clenching dryness on the side of the tongue there. Dry and somewhat prickly in a way. Kind of sticks your tongue to your cheeks. Acrid to some degree in a way, sort of, but not quite there. It's got the chocolate. It's very dry finish. Medium fast finish. Drinkability is great. It's quite nice actually. It's got some flavor. The coffee really pulls through real nice. A nice more of an espresso coffee, a deep dark roast coffee for sure. You want to add some lactose would be nice in this if you wanted to sweeten it up and body it up a bit. Oh hell yeah, man! Real good beer. Got my thoughts, man. Good beer, man. Happy. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Beerman.
You're welcome.
All right, legendary Bumpy's turn now.
Yeah, with the Warlock. Happy early
Halloween.
festive beers. As always, they come out in the middle of August. So, yeah, the first aromas I get on this, there's a bit of a roastiness, and then it does have a lot of the spice notes, which you pick up in the pumpkin. It's a lot of the typical nutmeg, cinnamon, kind of allspice. This one doesn't seem to have as much like graham cracker type note in it as the pumpkin does, and also not quite as potent on the spices. It seems to be dialed back a bit, or just dulled down based off of added other ingredients. But yeah, it's kind of got a roastiness to it with all the spices. It doesn't go full on like big ass stout smell.
Should they do that though, Bumpy? I want your opinion.
Yeah, I always say if you're going to build a stout, build a stout. Don't build something and then build a stout around it.
Like
Build
for instance,
build a great stout first and then add to it.
no, don't half-ass it. You're correct on that.
Yeah,
You should do it completely. What you should go full on in, no matter what.
Yeah.
Correct though.
yeah. That's what I mean. It smells more like a black ale of some sort versus a stout. Really, it's kind of slightly roasted character.
Which is kind of stupid. If they call
Yeah.
it what they should do. A suggestion to them: they should call it if that's what you think it tastes like a black ale or smells like a black ale. I think they should call it stout black ale. That's the first time I've ever said that. But it was saying because I've never heard of it. But I'm
Or
just saying.
maybe Porter-esque territory.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
could be or a porter black ale. So, yeah, I mean that could be that too.
All right, well, I'm gonna dive into this one now. So cheers.
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 Maybe it'll be delicious. Let's see.
Medium body to this. It is a bit on the wetter side, so a bit more a liquid medium body or watery. medium carbonation. There is the kind of roasty notes in there. There's a bit of a grainy husk-like flavor as well. Getting the spices. To me, a lot of times with these pumpkin style brews, with all the spices they put in there, it starts to taste a lot like Moxie. And I've referenced that a few times in the past years. If anybody's had Moxie soda, Burley may have had Moxie. If you know lived in New Hampshire, and it's a soda that comes out of Maine. So
when I come by, when I come and hang out with you, I'll try that. I didn't hear it about that, so that's one thing.
Yeah, it's just the way all the spices mix with the different barleys and stuff that are used, and it gives it a Moxie type note, which is like more or less a root type soda, like a root beer or a ginger.
There you go.
Ale type thing. Moxie, there you go.
I do have a suggestion now.
It's got awful expensive on Amazon. Don't buy it there.
I do have a suggestion now, Bumpy. You always get me these crazy ideas. Do me a favor, get a Moxie soda and pour it in there.
$4 for 12
I'm just weird like that. Please forgive me. I'm telling you, Bumpy. I want to know if you do.
No. Well, I don't have Moxie.
You don't have it now, but I'm saying if you get like a bottle, not a big bottle.
Yeah.
You get
I'm gonna pour soda into a beer, but
well,
yeah, it's got a slight bittering effect as well, a little bit on the kind of earthy tone. So it's for a stout type beer, the bitterness isn't too harsh. Still probably going into the kind of medium realm with it, because it does linger on. The spices do kind of stay there as well, just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if this kind of had some like chocolate notes or something coming through, instead of just being kind of a roasted and grainy type presence from the malt.
What does it say? What does it say on the bottle? What it has in it?
Sometimes they tell you. I don't think this one does. The Southern Tier used to tell you their grist and their hops and all that stuff, but it's definitely not here.
Well, apparently, they must change their own.
Ale brewed with pumpkin and natural flavor added.
Okay.
So,
that's good. Good sign.
Yeah.
Do you taste pumpkin, or just the spices?
No, it's just the spices.
Yeah, because you don't really taste the pumpkin itself.
Yeah.
What you taste is the spices that's in the pumpkin.
Well, the thing is, like with the pumpkin tastes a lot like an overly done pumpkin pie. It usually like has a really good graham cracker type flavor to it, so you get that kind of pie crust thing going. Then you get a lot heavier on the spices, and I think that the pumpkin has like a fuller mouthfeel to it too.
Not as squashy. It's more spice forward, or
very, very spice forward. Yeah,
right.
I've had some pumpkin beers that are more gourd forward, and I do appreciate those ones a bit more. Yeah. Less on the spice, and you actually do get some type of almost like a squash like presentation out of the flavor a little bit.
I never I tasted squash, but I never tasted squash in a beer, so I wouldn't.
Well, it's like peanut butter. It's the same kind of thing. Some of us have those artificial flavors, and then it tastes like real peanut butter. So it's like some taste like real pumpkin, and some taste just like a pumpkin pie with seasoning and sweetness and blah. But it depends, I guess.
I'll just be thinking about a scoring for the Warlock. We'll head back down to Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Go ahead and score your beer. Give any shout outs that you'd like to.
All right. The beer, I'm going to give it very tasty beer. I'm going to give it a 95. 95. Like I said, looking forward to the legendary BuMpY trying this out and all their beers. We'll get that done soon, hoping. God willing. And beer's good. 95 it is. And shout outs. We're going to have BLTs Food Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And beer. Any beer you want. And then the next shout out, Stout Sunday. I'm going to say John and Nelly. So I'm not even going to balance the scales on that until I get up in the morning and I see that John and Nelly's not there. So John and Nelly is Georgia Beer Reviews. We get stouts at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't know John and Nelly, just look up Georgia Beer Reviews and you're golden. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Get your stouts on. Cheers.
Right.
Or your porters on too, because he lets you have porters too, as long as it's based off of a stout.
Oh yeah. So that and then big luscious tatas for Food Friday, huh?
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Luscious
BLT.
tatas.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't even think we did. I don't think we did BLTs. I don't think. At least I don't remember it.
I get it.
I don't think we've done BLTs either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Alex.
You're welcome, my friend. And then I'll do the signing out and all that at the end of the show, like I always do. Cheers.
All right. Miss Lane, welcome back.
All right. So, closing notes on the beer. It's starting to warm up. It's getting a lot more of a vanilla kick. Slight booziness is starting to emerge. It's not real heavy though. It's just enough to let you know you get a little bit of that rye whiskey barrel. This scored very well on Untapped. I'm surprised because they can be very, very particular over there. But
Oh, well, by the way, when you're
I
done
think it
talking,
scored. It's scored not over. I think not over 4.5, but I think right at like 4.5 on there, which is
Pretty high.
pretty damn good for their scoring. Genuine opinion about this. I don't know if they should have labeled this a stout.
I do have a suggestion for you, Andrew, when you're done talking, but if you want to do it in front of the show.
I just think it's too light. The body's too light on this one. Stout, you're usually looking for something a little bit hefty, especially if you're gonna go. I don't know. Not all imperial stouts are real thick, but yeah, it's a barrel aged one. I don't know. I think it just needed a little bit more body to it. Like I said, other than that, this beer is well rounded, absolutely fantastic. It's dangerously crushable for 9.5%. Yeah, the only thing I can get it is just on the light body. So damn, I scored a 94. It's good. This could be much better if it was a little more hefty. And I'm not gonna knock the ABV. It's good for what it is. But like I said, I definitely think something like this, just as light as it is, maybe might be more into porter territory than stout territory. It's opinions, optimistic. I don't know. Yeah, not bad. I would buy it again for sure, or
Well,
definitely would share with friends.
I have a
What's up,
suggestion.
Alex?
I have a suggestion for you, Andrew, and I'll do it with you because you might not have the same thing though. Doesn't matter.
I'm not putting ice cream in.
No. Do you have any bourbon or whiskey?
Hey, kinda, sorta. I don't think it
Okay.
would go good in here.
Well, I'd like to give it a shot with you because what I'll do, I
That's
have a
not
little.
what
I have a
what I
bomb.
got's not gonna go with this house.
You never know. I try strange
know.
things. You know me.
My clear brandy's not gonna fare well in here.
All right. You said you said you had whiskey, so I thought maybe because I had bourbon. I mean, it's bourbon whiskey. It's not bourbon. It's
Finger quotes.
no, it's the whiskey stuff that I showed
Oh.
you. The Crown
I
Royal.
know. Yeah. Doing plugs, right? Shout out wise, just keep your eye out for some more miscellaneous brew reviews. You can check me out on Instagram. I kind of had to put that on private. Some people might have found me, and I might have to go in there and change some of those photos and get rid of some things. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't have any challenges or anything crazy coming up. So yeah, I guess was it Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Go check out Wildcard Wednesday over at Thomas Metal 75s. Yeah, Stout Sunday with Jonah Nelly and Michael Kormroff. Whenever that's going to happen again. And yeah, Beer Buddies. Maybe. When? Who knows?
It's whenever the legendary Johnny Boy has time. Let's say that.
I love John. I'm just giving him a hard time because of
I
Caleb.
love John too. I love John.
That's my boy.
He is my boy.
Oh man.
You might want to give it a try there, Paul.
Yeah, dude.
It's getting hot.
Yeah.
Are you bulking up for the winter time, maybe?
Keeping the beard, not doing that. Well, cool, man. All right, so last thoughts on this one. It was a traditional robust porter, is what I looked up. Untapped also gave it around a 4-ish. And I'm kind of in the same range, out of 5, that is, as far as you equate it to 100. Ethiopian coffee beans were used in this. It was coffee up front for sure. The aromas and the flavors, though, just were on par to this particular style. With the roasted coffee, dark chocolate, rich dark caramel, kind of just a real nice, almost even a nuttiness in there. Quite a peanut nuttiness. Dry roasted malt bitterness. From the acridness of the roast itself, and then that real beautiful, like awesome, like grain being milled. It's just such a great. I love smelling that. I love that so much. Body was nice and medium. Mouthfeel smooth, yet coffee bitter, without the creamer. Great drinkability with a nice medium fast finish. No booziness. Just a great coffee porter. Great ABV, 6.9%. I'm gonna go with a 95 out of 100. I think that's solid for sure. It's pretty good. So yeah, look it up. Liquid Gravity, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, beer and cheese. I found one. It's one I've done before, but you got to try them over and over again. But beer and cheese on Tuesday, 8:00 Eastern. Just open table on that one, and then Wednesday will be another beer mixer. So and I haven't found any yet. I need to go look. So yeah, bring some at 6:00 Eastern for that. And have a good hour of showing off the 2 beers, seeing how they mix together. And it's just a fun time, really, a sensory panel. So, yeah, get in touch with our beer styles, all that. So, other than that, hell yeah, man. Cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
Matter of fact, I'm going to try to go maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll probably, or Tuesday. I'll try to, tomorrow. I'm going to be going to work tomorrow. So maybe
I need to look too. Yeah.
All right. Well, for this beer,
Just one thing I wanted to ask you about that one, BuMpY. Because they usually with those, they go hard with the spice. Do you get like a powdery or like almost like a slight grit from the seasoning, that allspice and shit they put in there?
not on this one. Like this one seems like it's not quite dialed back, I wouldn't say, but it's definitely masked by some of the darker grains that are used in it. From the pumpkin one does seem to have, yeah, almost like you can, if you swallow and stick out your tongue, you're gonna have some spices left on your palate. Type deal. But yeah, no, this one's not like that. This one's stays pretty wet. It does have a drying effect on the tongue, but it's wet when you're drinking it. Moxie. Yeah, I don't know.
The
I
legendary
used to really love like picking out like when pumpkin would come out, getting pumpkin, and then they started coming out with like you get like the 4 bottles, you know, or cans instead of just the 1 bottle. And what I found was doing that was it became too much. After I had 1, I was done for the season. It was just so sweet, almost cloyingly sweet with the pumpkin. So that's why I started trying the Warlock stuff. And I haven't been a big fan of the Warlock ever. I don't know why I keep buying it year.
Yeah.
But I do, and then I'm always like, yeah, it's.
Does your wife try it too?
It needs something. No, she wouldn't drink this.
Okay. That's shocking. Okay.
Does it have that gum-like feel to it, like gum, like you're chewing on like cinnamon gum or something? Like does it have like? Is it like rich like that though? Like a spice? You say spices? Like
no, it's like this. The spices are there; they're noticeable. Well, I keep comparing it to pumpkin, but
Right.
the pumpkin one, I mean, it's really really rich with the spices. This one, you definitely getting the spice. It's there, but it does seem to be masked a little bit from some of the darker grain. So yeah, no, it doesn't taste like I'm getting leftover residual spice left in the palate, or I'm chewing on cinnamon gum or anything like that. But I will tell you, to me, it's only I'm going to give it a 90, a 92 out of 100. It's all right. It's doable. It's drinkable. It's just I think they could have done a much better job with it, for sure. See if Kobe wants to go out here real quick. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, now you're gonna run away. You just want to ruin the show. Okay. So yeah, 92 out of 100 for it. I think that if you're a big stout fan, this one's really not gonna cut it for you. Like, to me, it's kind of a lesser of a stout. If it is a stout, it's more of a. I mean, yeah. If they went for like a black IPA type deal, and just added the pumpkin spice or something, amp up the bitterness a bit more, and I think it'd be kind of closer to that line than where it's going, just because it is just roasty type notes and a bit of a graininess too.
Would you also say it's a porter too as well, Bumpy?
A porter or a stout, they're very very similar. There's hardly any large difference for the most part, depending on what the brewer says. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna give some shout outs now, I guess. Next week will be another After Dark beers, bringing dark beer, as long as it's dark based off of the malt that's used, not dark based off of food colorings or various berries or something added, like a fruit smoothie sour, unless it's a stout that's been soured with or fruit added. But
pulled that one off once.
You got that, yeah. Other than that, tomorrow night is Monday night. We're going to be looking at the Weizenbock. So bring a Weizenbock. You're more than welcome up on the panel. As long as you act like a normal, rational human being. And yeah, hope everybody in the chat can join for that as well. Kind of missed a lot of stuff in the chat here.
Well, give them a quick rundown.
Yeah, we got JV Beer and Cheese is back. Johnny Boy. There you go. I'll just rock through these real quick.
Johnny Boy.
Yes.
You're not talking about John and Nelly, are you? That's
Oh,
every Johnny Boy I know. Kind of fun.
So
yeah, the
that guy
Legion.
JV, he's pretty cool too. Check him out.
You're talking about BC or C, yeah.
JV.
Oh, I don't know.
cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
Cinnabon needs to come out with a beer. Quit playing around.
I've
Cheers
had
to Clint
Cinnabon
Brooks
beer.
too.
Cinnamon
Sorry.
stout or something.
What's
like
the Southern Tier does those the Blackwater series? Do they do this a cinnamon bun one?
I've had cinnamon
Or
bun
I
before.
could have swore I seen a Cinnabon beer. At
They gotta have a
some-
breakfast
somewhere.
or something like that,
Yeah.
you know, like good.
Hold on, guys. I'll look it up.
It could have been like Captain Lawrence or something, because I know they do like a Carvel collab. They do a lot of those.
Cinnamon
kind of
bun
people.
beers.
Yeah.
It said beers.
Yeah.
Oh
And
shit!
cheers to Clint Brook. He hasn't had a beer in 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
Did you move on to hard alcohol instead?
I lose
Clint,
my
had
mind.
Clint had a hard spell there.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Nice.
There you go. Let's
Well,
drink.
not nice,
Bumpy.
but
Oh shit! He got a
Hey,
Audi.
there it
You're part of
is.
the Audi club too now, Clint.
Yep, cinnamon roll by Southern Tier.
yeah.
Yep.
I see. Go figure.
All right. Well, anybody have any last words? Wisdom?
Nah.
Nothing.
I don't think I got anything that'll make you wiser. Not right now.
I'd say if you haven't tried the Warlock, if you like pumpkin spice beers, and you haven't tried the Warlock, I mean it's worth a try. So, some people are gonna like this more than I do, for sure. It's just, to me, I was hoping it would be more stouty, and I think that's why I keep going back to it. Like maybe I'm missing something.
Make sure you have more.
Last year, what was it? Lexington Brew Company. Their pumpkin ale, their Imperial pumpkin ale, was my favorite. I think I gave it 100 out of 100.
I had a few last year that I really liked. There was one that was a gourd one. I think 603 Brewery did it. I think they called it Pumpkin Harvest or something like that, or Seasonal Harvest. And then the one that New Belgium puts out there, the Atomic Pumpkin.
Yeah, I haven't tried it
I
yet.
kind of like that one too, with the spice they put in
I
it.
saw that last year.
Yeah, that's not bad actually.
I haven't tried that yet. So
That one's got a lot of like cinnamon notes to me, and then you do get some of the I think it's habanero they put in it. Some of the habanero.
Ooh.
I've already tried my first pumpkin beer. You sold at All Use maybe a week or two ago on one of my Food Fridays, but I'm looking forward to trying some more pumpkin beer.
Well, they're out. Get them now because
They'll be gone, and all you'll
If
be
you
stuck
wait,
with is
they-
all you'll be stuck with is Marzens. So
Yeah.
go get
Yeah.
it, people.
all right.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
I'll say thank you very much to my panel for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys. Cheers to the chat. Thank you guys for all showing up, chatting it up, watching, viewing. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the viewers. Next week we'll have some different beers. Hopefully I'll be more pleased with whatever I bring.
Check that
Hopefully
out.
Alex will bring 100 next time.
Maybe I'll
JV steak.
maybe I'll go to the brewery again and find another beer for next Sunday. We'll see.
There you
All
go.
right.
That was actually that was supposed to be for not multi money. It was supposed to be for Food Friday, but I said I don't feel like drinking a whole can of that, so I'll drink another.
Missed out on it. What is Food Friday, Alex?
That's okay, Andrew. We're gonna have what's it called? BLTs.
I'll be there. I told you. I promised you I'd be there.
Yeah,
I know.
that sounds
Well,
good.
what's going on, Andrew, is that you want to go on to the things that you like, which is understandable.
It's
So
not that. It's light. BLT's light. I can handle that.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And we're gonna be getting into winter season, so you might be coming on more, and you won't have to worry about being so sweaty. You get it, Andrew? Yeah.
All right, Alex. So you ready?
Yes.
Take us out of here.
All right. Let me let my whistle.
Ooh,
You're gonna
I
whistle. You
stretched
James
and I
Madonna now?
burped.
This is Alex, the Beer Master. And we will see you all on the next live stream and next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.